people, it is Calais. I'm out here in Myrtle Beach, trying to get some food, but I'm a little nervous because I'm like walking in the rain, and I don't know if y'all can see the sky or like see, it's not even focused on me. What are you focused on? Anyways, I don't know if y'all can like see the sky or see how gray it is outside, but I'm just praying I don't get rained on. To be honest, I just want to make it to the restaurant, and if I'm inside the restaurant, that's good enough. I can Uber back home. I do have my mask in my purse because you have to stay safe nowadays. You just never know. Sorry if I get a lot of wind, but yeah. Like, I'm trying to speed walk to this restaurant, but it's also 80 degrees outside, so it's hot as heck. If you can see like how clear the sky is in front of me, maybe it'll make a difference. Okay, so clearly you can't see either way, but it's raining. It's not raining. It's about to rain. It's thundering. It's lightning. I'm trying to get into the restaurant because I'm hungry. I just got from the gym, and I worked out. Haven't eaten since this morning because I had like a really early flight, and yeah, so I'm trying to get food. Also, it's like 5:30. Happy hour is like from 4 to 6, so I'm trying to make happy hour too. If I sound tired, it is because I am. I'm just trying to not get caught in this rain. So I'll see y'all when I get to the restaurant. Oh my god, I'm terrified. All right, so I'm almost to the restaurant, but this is like the best visual I can give y'all. Look at this sky, and you can see like the clouds like starting to take over compared to like over here. So I'm back to my room. Let me just apologize to y'all right now because I couldn't get any food or anything, or not the food, I couldn't get any video or anything of my food because I was too busy eating it. I was distracted. But this is the sky now. It literally rained for maybe like 20 minutes. Oh, okay. I feel like I should take my glasses off, but I can't see y'all without them. I guess that's just unimportant, huh? Okay. So glasses are off. If I look crazy and I cannot tell, I can't see, so y'all just know. Oof, AirPods out. I'm not even recording on my phone no more. Anyways, I'm back in my hotel room. I got ice cream for dessert. Don't focus on my face. I got strawberry cheesecake ice cream with sprinkles and peanuts. It was supposed to be a sundae, but they were out of, that was gross. I'm sorry, my nose is itching. But they were out of whipped cream and they were out of cherry. So this is as close as we get. They were also out of lid, but I didn't care. I'm greedy. So I'm like, that's fine, just make mine, and I just take it home in a cup without the lid on it. I gotta get comfortable. So before I get into this little conversation, I just want to tell y'all, so I made it to the restaurant just in time to, 1, make the happy hour even though I didn't drink, 2, not get poured down on. Like, as soon as I stepped inside the restaurant and sat down at the table, it was a clap of thunder, like psh, and it started pouring down rain. The bartender was like, girl, you just made it. I'm like, I know. And then I ordered my food just in time, because as soon as she put my food in, the power went out. So I was just like, I am blessed, huh? So I got all my food and everything. I got in and I got out probably in like 45 minutes, which is kind of good because everything that was happening, and it stopped raining that quick, just that quick as well. The people next to me were really cool, and they kept trying to give me the drink. It was 2 gay boys, so I knew they didn't want nothing, but they were also flight attendants, and they're like, yeah, my friend's really rich, he's ordering 2 shots of top shelf down Julio. And I'm like, oh, that's great. And he's like, do you want a shot? I'm like, no, I don't. He was like, come on, drink with us. I'm like, no, I'm okay, thank you. And then they ordered pictures, like they had 2 pictures of drinks. I'm like, I wish I did drink, because I would be like in there turning up with them, not having to pay for nothing, but I don't. So I did it. Anyway, this video today is about why I am still single. And honestly, it's really kind of like me talking about these bad traits that I have. I want to call them toxic traits, but I don't know if they're toxic. I just know everybody else be saying them and they're like, oh, these are toxic traits for yourself. So I'm like, maybe they are toxic traits and I just don't know it. So we get into that in this video. I wrote them down on my phone because I was going through it, y'all, for like the past 2 days. I'm always in my feelings. I'm always emotional. And I just have been going through it. So I was writing down my feelings, and I was writing down like habits that I have to break that are no good for me. And it's kind of like in relationships and in life at the same time. And as I wrote them down, I'm like, oh, this is a good video because I wonder if everybody else is going through this. And then I'm like, at the same time, look, you done made like 3 videos about your feelings. Like, we understand you have feelings, but I can't keep doing that. So after this, y'all, I promise you, ain't gonna be no more feeling videos, and I won't try to like force it down your throat. After this, I'm making like fun, entertaining, hopefully traveling videos. The way things are set up right now, it's too crazy. I try not to go out too often, so you know, hopefully traveling. If it is, it's solo traveling. I've been looking at vans, but I'm not gonna get into that because I still haven't like fully decided, but I think that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna build it myself. My mom just bought her new house. So I'm in an apartment building. I'm gonna buy my van, put it in her garage, build it for the next year, and then by the time my lease is up in May, I should be good. So why am I still single? So like I said, I made a list that I'm going to get into, and it's like a lot. Like, I mean, it's a list, and then I kind of wrote like details about it and how I was feeling and stuff like that. So I knew like what to say and I don't get all jumbled up and just say all my words and just don't make any sense in the first place. So the first one, first of all, let me also say this. This is like not about any kind of ex relationships that I had. This is just me explaining how I'm feeling and why I think that I'm still single and why I'm not really looking for a relationship right now and all of that stuff that I have going on in my life. So my first thing, and I don't know who's going to agree with me or not, but I feel like I have the Jada Pinkett Smith syndrome. And like when she was talking in her red table talking, she was talking like she just wanted to feel good, and you know, she got with August Alsina because she felt like she needed something to make her feel good, and she wanted somebody that she can build up and like fix. And she was saying stuff like that. When I was listening, I'm like, girl, you speaking to my soul, because I feel like I always pick people that I feel like they're not broken, but they're like, I can see their potential in them and I know that they could be better, and I want to make them better and then make them mine, you know? So I always pick those people that are like fixable, and I feel like I have to be needed by them pretty much. So when I'm in relationships and having that trait or that habit of doing that, I just realized like as of late, because I've been with like a therapist for like the past few months, and she's been helping me like get my brain together, even though I'm like continuously getting off track. I'm sorry. So yeah, I have a habit of like finding people that needs to be fixed, and I feel like when I do that, it makes me feel wanted or needed. Like I put those things together and make it like the same thing. So if like somebody is on their own, doing great, don't need nobody, I feel like I don't really gravitate towards them, because I feel like without them needing me, they're not gonna really want me. And just like in my last relationship, she grew into like, not the perfect person, but like she was already working on herself, and she grew into a better person. And once I felt like she didn't need me anymore. I felt like she didn't want me anymore. So then it started to like get those insecurities in my brain, like, why am I here? Like, she don't want to be with me. She's not as dependent on me as I'm dependent on her. So like, it's not really something that I felt like should have stayed in a relationship. And it's not because I broke up with her. It was really just like, I think we kind of grew apart, and it was more so me noticing that she was growing, and then me getting insecure and kind of like backing away, and then a lot of stuff just happened. And it was just like, once a person is healed and good, because I feel like they don't need me anymore, I feel like they won't want me anymore, and it makes me insecure and just like throws my whole balance off. So I've been trying not to feel that way. I've been working on like myself and my need to be needed, as pretty much, because it's not even just like in relationships, it's like in regular life. I always feel like good when somebody needs me, and then when they don't, I feel like I'm worthless, which is like weird, because I know I'm not worthless, but I feel like there's nothing I can do for anyone if anybody doesn't need me, you know? And that kind of like takes me into like my next topic, is like the second reason, or my second trait of why I should be single and not in a relationship, is I am one codependent son of a gun. Like, if I am in the most unhealthiest relationships of us always together, always talking to each other, always wanting to be up under each other, I am the happiest person in the world. And I know you should be happy like with your spouse and want to be with them, but like my thing is, it was constantly, and I felt like because of that insecurity or whatever that I had, it kind of added to that constant need to be with this person, so they don't feel like they don't want to be with me. You know, I am one smothering person, I know that, but I just love not even being in love. I just love being under the person that I'm with. Like, I put a lot of my self-worth, or you know, appreciation for myself, on outside factors or like relationships, because like when I was growing up, y'all, I am the only girl. Like, I am not a girly girl, as you can see. I mean, I can be cute and dress girly, but I was the only girl in my family, literally the only girl that lived with my mom. It was 3 boys, and then my aunts and uncles, they all had boys besides. Like, I had 3 girl cousins that were very distant, that I very rarely talked to. So like, most of my life I grew up like feeling like I didn't belong, or like I had to like make myself smaller, make myself into somebody else to feel appreciated. So I feel like once I started to get in relationships, and which is probably not really a good thing, but once I started to like actually be with people who say they appreciated me and they like being around me, I like thrived on that kind of stuff. I loved it. I loved the attention. So like, I felt like I was kind of not addicted to it, but like I wanted that consistently. So I always wanted to be around the person I was with. They literally would become like the center a peanut got stuck in my throat. Whoa. Like, they literally became the center of like pretty much my world. I would focus everything on them to make them feel good, so they would still make me feel good about myself. Now I'm doing way better at like loving myself, appreciating myself, giving myself that space. It's okay, make mistakes, but still see like, but this is where you came. Even though you made that mistake, you've made it this far, you've done this with your life. Like, that I've really been working on. I think I've really like am starting to get into a new space. I'm not trying to get in a relationship just to test it and see if that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm not even trying to think about that anymore at this point, but I do think that I'm moving better, or moving forward and getting better with that type of thinking and that type of codependency. Also because I have no choice but to be by myself, so I'm appreciating this time with myself. And like, and then I go into my third one is and this is important really just for life, period, but my communication skills are trash. Like, not little trash, and I know it's not little trash, it's like big trash. Like, you need to work on this immediately. But that kind of, it also came from like me growing up once again in a life that was surrounded by guys, because as a child I am a woman. Not that all women are like emotional, but I was an emotional girl, and pretty much my family wasn't having it. Like, whenever I get sad or like angry, upset, confused or anything, my brothers would be like, you know, stop being a girl, you need to get over it. I just said this, like, it wasn't that big of a deal, stop crying about it, move past it, stop crying. And then I would call my dad, and he was always like, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna come get you, and then never show up. So yeah. And then my mom, she kind of told me that I can express my feelings, but at the same time I never really was able to. Like, when I would say stuff about me being sad or anything like that, it was kind of just like, okay, well, do you want to see a therapist, or do you want to talk to somebody? And I would be afraid because nobody else is having these feelings, so I wouldn't say anything. I'm like, no, I guess I'll be okay, or anything like that. Like, I am 25 years old, and I just was like, and I'm still not really okay with seeing a therapist, but I knew that it was time from all the crap that I had going on. But that has nothing to do with my communication skills. So pretty much growing up in that kind of environment as a child, it just kind of taught me like not to really talk about my feelings pretty much, or to express myself, and it carried into me being an adult. So like, even when I would get upset, sad, or anything like that, I would cry by myself. I wouldn't call friends, I would not call my mom. I think the amount, I can count on one hand the amount of times I cried in front of my mom as an adult, and I mean like from 17 to up, and I've been sad like a lot. So that's kind of crazy in itself. I cried in front of my friends maybe twice. Like, I just don't really try to show emotions or talk about anything like that. And then that kind of sucks too, because it goes in hand with like, I expect, especially people that I'm with, to kind of notice something's wrong with me or notice there's an issue, even though I don't say anything about it, which doesn't make sense. I know that, but it's like, I feel like that person like should be like, oh, she's acting different, what is going on in her head, let me talk to her, you know? And usually that doesn't happen, because at the same time I kind of hide my emotions pretty well. So it's like, you're not going to be able to talk to nobody about it because you don't want to talk to them. They're not going to see anything's wrong with you because you're not showing it. So it's like, I am so sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with me. Anyways, so it's like a circle of like, this isn't gonna work, and I know it, and then I try to talk about my feelings, but then I also get into that space where I'm like, I've talked about my feelings with some people and it's got nowhere. Like, I've got no kind of result from it, or it's like, we talk about it and that's it, we move past it, and then the same things keep happening. So it's like, why would I continue to talk about my feelings with this person? So it just doesn't really come out anymore, and that's not really a good thing. Like, I've been really working on all of these things for me personally, not to really get into another relationship. Like, working on this so I can be a better girlfriend. I've been working on this so I can be a better me, pretty much. And then the final trait that I wrote down is, I don't know how to let things go. If y'all don't know, I am a Taurus. People say Taurus stay in relationships way too long, and they help people out way too many times before enough is enough. And I absolutely believe that. And I don't even really like get into astrology unless it has something to like personally do with me. But that one right there, like, I felt that in my heart, because I know it's true. Like, even with friends and family, I help people out that don't deserve it, and I keep giving them chance after chance after chance, because I want to have those close relationships with people, because I don't feel like I have them right now. And it just sometimes doesn't work out for me, and then I keep doing it and making myself uncomfortable to make people comfortable, and it just isn't fair, like, to me. And I never let those friends or people go, even though I know it's the healthy thing to do. Relationships too, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I've been cheated on several times. I've been in physical fights with one of my exes over and over. I've been like emotionally, not abused, because it's not abuse, but like, we talk down to each other pretty much a lot. And this is all different relationships, but I still didn't end them. Like, for some reason, I'm a long-term relationship type of girl. Like, even in those relationships, we were together for years, and I just stayed. And then the crazy thing is, like, I know that I should have left, especially now looking back, but I stayed in some, and those people left me, and I'm like, what? you're gonna leave me and I put all this work in for us to make it work. I think I just ripped my toenail. No, I have to leave stuff alone. But yeah, it's like you left me and I put all this, you know, effort in to make this stuff work, and I'm just like, what the heck. But my thing is also, I feel like when I get in a relationship, I want it to be forever. So I try to work and work and work, and it will literally be like, okay, well, this isn't working, let's try to spend more time together. That's not working, let me try to fix myself. That's not working, let me give this person some space. Instead of like literally just like, you don't deserve this, move on, you deserve better. I just keep trying to fix it and fix it and fix it until it's like, all right, like, you're drained, you cannot take anything else. Or that person really just ends up leaving me, like they find somebody else. And sometimes I'm not really even hurt because I know it should have ended. I just couldn't end it myself. So yeah, those are some pretty like messed up things that I handle with myself pretty often, and I'm working on those, some crazy traits that I have. If you got any toxic traits or anything you think that you need to work on, comment it down below, because that can definitely help someone else. You just never know. And if you guys are made it to this end of the video, what am I trying to say? I don't know. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.